Come on in, you guys. Welcome to the show. This is the Arroyo Show. My name is Brandon Arroyo. If it's your first time here, please give it a thumbs up and a subscribe. What a guest we have for you today. Just released the music video for his single, Higher. You can check it out on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, YouTube. Please welcome DOLO tonight. How are you, brother?
Yo, what's up, dude? I'm doing good. I'm doing well.
You look like you got some amazing sunshine behind you. What's going on? Where you at, man?
I am in like southern Pasadena. I actually just moved out here like 3 days ago. I'm so fresh in this house. I was living in West Hollywood, and before that, I was living in New Jersey. But yeah, bro, it's so nice and sunny. I'm like, let's go.
There is no place
on the East Coast right now.
There's no place in the world like Pasadena. There's a lot of people I know that go visit Los Angeles. I always tell them, you have to go to Pasadena. You got the Rose Bowl over there. There's a really nice mall out there, too. Well, it's just outside of that in Glendale. But Pasadena is the spot. So I'm happy to hear that you're there. And be careful. It looks like you got some cacti in front of you or something.
I've been picking at it. I think it might be like aloe or something. I have no idea, but it's definitely like I'll sit out here on interview calls and just like team calls and like be touching it, and then my fingers will get like mad sticky. I'll be like, damn, like why did I do that?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I need some aloe or some Advil or something. Still recovering from the Super Bowl last night. Did you get to watch the game at all? I mean, the Weeknd performed. Great game.
Yeah, I saw the game. I'm not like the biggest sports person. Like I usually come to the Super Bowl for the halftime performance and for the commercials, just because they're super creative.
Yep.
But like I don't know a thing about any sports really, because that was like never. My thing has always just been music growing up, and like I suck at sports, bro. I couldn't hit a bat if a bat hit me, bro. Like I'm so bad.
But you know what? It paid off, because what you may not have been able to do in sports, you've been able to do in the music side of the industry. But one thing I love about last night's game, just seeing greatness. So for those of you guys that do know sports out there, something you don't get to see often, Tom Brady breaking the record for the most Super Bowl wins. You tried to break a record recently with your music video. Greatness. I love it. For Higher, talk to me about what all you guys did and the thought process of going up in the air and skydiving for a music video.
Yo, so, okay. Randomly, I kind of just got this idea like, damn, I want to do something crazy, as usually happens with my music. And this time the idea was just like, I mean, the song's called Higher, so I just like started Googling. I was like, what can I do that's higher? And I've always wanted to win a Guinness World Record. Like my family has always been getting me the book since I was really little. Like my grandma used to get it for me. And I was like, wait a second, what if I just tried to break and broke the Guinness World Record? And then that just started kind of happening faster than I anticipated. So there's like a whole long process where you have to be in contact with them and submit an application, and they give you like a list of rules, but the rules are like, it's like 20 pages of like yes and 20 pages of no. So it's just a big contradiction, like everything. It's like, you can do this, but you cannot do this if you're doing this while you do this. And it's like, yo. So I think like one of the main challenges was figuring out how to like coincide with all of those rules. And we had to get like a Navy pilot to certify that we were at the correct altitude. We had to get an altimeter, which is a piece of equipment for altitude measuring. Like everything had to be super, super by the books, or else you just can't get it. So I was like looking around at height requirements. I figured out that this place, Pikes Peak in Colorado, had the height requirement of like 14,000 feet at least. So we went out there. And then, yeah, we brought up the car to the top of the cliff and set up a little studio in the back and recorded the whole song, hopped out, did a full music video. And then I was like, this isn't high enough. So I just like, for my birthday, coincidingally, it was my birthday when I did this, but I was like, yo, I want to go skydiving. Like, that would be crazy. How funny would it be if now we just went even higher up in a plane? So we went skydiving, and there was also going to be a part where I was going to joke around and like also go underground just to like mess with people and just like, now I'm 14,000 feet underground. But the logistics of that were totally messed up. But yeah, dude, it was crazy. Like just getting, I couldn't breathe. Like you need oxygen at that height. It was wild. And then yeah, skydiving was a whole nother, because I'm scared of heights, bro. That was a whole nother thing.
Yeah, I love the energy and the vibe. The fact that you just wake up one day and you're like, you know what? This would be dope to do for the music video. Let's find a way to make it happen. You seem like you're just in a really exciting and fun part of your life right now. Would that be fair to say?
That's definitely fair to say. Yeah, I'm definitely doing what I want to do right now, and I think I'm like in the realm of impossibilities, where just certain stuff that I can do now I couldn't do before. Maybe I could do it before and I just didn't do it. But just things that seemed impossible before now seem a little more possible to me. So I just like, I'm having fun, man. I'm just doing what I want to do. I'm like, this is cool. I'm going to do that.
That's a message to send out there. If you got something you want to do, go out there and try it, man. There's so many people that are so afraid to just try. Just go do it.
Right.
Whatever it is you want to do, go and try it out. He is Dolo tonight. The music video for Higher is officially on YouTube now. You can go check it out. Your career seems to be getting higher during these pandemic months that we're in. Let's take it back to the beginning, though. Watchung, New Jersey. This started with jazz band. Let's talk about that. What was going on with the jazz band in Watchung, New Jersey?
Yo, shout out Watchung, New Jersey. That's the hometown. I grew up there, and very early on, I got involved in my like middle school and then high school jazz bands, playing drums. And I had a crazy drum teacher, and she was like Cruella DeVille, and she just taught me how to play drums very effectively, I will say, but definitely drilled it into me. And yeah, like that was just one of my early interests. I was always banging on stuff. My parents were like, give this kid something to do. When it came time to pick, like, do you want to do recess or music? I was like, let's do music because that's super cool. So the option was kind of like do
which is so unusual, by the way. There's not a lot of kids that would say music or recess, give me the drums.
Yeah, I guess so. I just had a lot of fun with it because I thought it was really funny because there were not that many spots available for that specific thing. Everyone was like playing tuba or playing flute. And me and like two of my best friends ended up getting drums like after so many requests. And then they gave it to me. So I was like, oh, I'm sick. Like I get to play the drums. But I was also like having a lot of fun and really good at it. So it was definitely like it was full circle. It was really dope.
When you come from a smaller town like Watchung, I think the population there's only like 6,000. Did you get to see a lot of live music there? Or what do you remember from your early memories of seeing artists perform live?
Oh, yeah. I think New Jersey has like a pretty cool punk scene. So there's like a lot of really dope bands in New Jersey. But I live like 30 minutes from New York, so I've seen all the artists just going to, like, my earliest memories are going to New York and seeing people perform. I remember, oh my God, there's so many dope ones. I saw Kid Cudi perform. I saw Mac Miller perform. I saw just all sorts of random indie bands and just like my friends. And yeah, dude, it's definitely some of my first early memories are just like also random, like, jazz concerts my dad would bring me to and stuff like that, like dive bar, like indie bands, just like a bunch of 50-year-old dudes like grinding on guitar. So that was definitely like some of the earlier stuff for sure. Like the Allman Brothers, he would take me to their stuff, but they're not really a dive band, indie band, but you
right,
know.
one of the biggest bands in the world.
Yeah,
that's
Solomon the Bar.
It's always great to hear when musicians are able to listen into genres that aren't necessarily what they record in. That you're still able to have an appreciation for other areas of music. I love to hear that. Yeah,
for sure. I think it's like important. I think if you just keep listening to the same stuff, you're just stuck. And also, like, so much music has so much stuff to offer. I listen to music in foreign languages that I don't even understand. It's just because it's dope. You're like, yo, how are they doing that? Shit is sick. Because it's universal. It's everyone can speak it.
You don't strike me as someone that sits back and looks at the numbers on YouTube or looks at the Instagram likes you're getting. But I do want to ask you, your music video for Zoom racked up over 1 million views on YouTube. That's a huge accomplishment. You know, a lot of able artists, though, aren't able to do it twice. How do you keep focused on the music to make sure that your next music continues to get better as you release more and more tracks?
Yeah, I think some of the problems are that people aren't releasing true music. Like they're releasing music for the algorithm or music that's going to get a million play. I'm just trying to make good music or true music that I know that makes me happy and will reflect onto other people and make them happy. So yeah, like you said, you're right. Like I never really cared about focusing on that. I'm just trying to evolve my craft and focus on my tonality and my intonation and just like the way I'm delivering my bars or like the notes and the scales. And there's just so much different stuff that I've personally been working on, especially with my engineer, Michael Ashby in New York, just like figuring out what's going to make this even doper. Like how is this going to be cooler? And also just chasing new sounds. I think it's like an ever evolving thing. And I think that is something that will keep it moving past a million, maybe past 100 million. Let's go for 1 billion. But yeah, definitely just like chasing true music and chasing like just self-advancement.
Higher is the new single. It is out. You guys can go check it out now. I do have to ask, for someone with a fear of heights, as you mentioned just a little bit ago, which we have in common, what were you thinking in the moments before you jumped out of an airplane for a music video?
Yo. What was I thinking right before I jumped out? I was thinking, man, there's no way I can get down here without jumping out. Because I was scared, bro. I was freaking out. Like, and they mess with you the whole time. They'll like do little twists on the airplane to kind of like jostle you. And they'll be like, "Oh, like, is you strapped in?" And the guy will be like, "I don't know," like as a joke. They're messing with you, bro. So I was geeking. And then when I finally, like, they stick your head out and you just like,
oh
like,
my God.
And the wind is coming at you. Everything was super scary until right when you jump out, at which point I almost threw up. But no lie.
That would be my biggest fear, that as soon as I jump out, because there's a guy right behind you, right? You just throw up and it all goes right to the person behind you.
I asked him after. I was like, did I throw up on you? He's like, I don't think you threw up at all. I was like, I don't either. But my mouth was open. And when the wind, like at 120 miles per hour enters your mouth, it's just like you feel like something happened. So yeah, but right when you jump out, it's actually like really cool. And it's not that scary. It's freaky. It's super surreal. It's like, whoa, I'm like floating through the air right now. Like, I don't know what's going on. But that's all your body can think. It's like, oh my God, I'm falling out of an airplane. So yeah, it was super, super scary. I've been afraid of heights forever. Like I could barely go on a roller coaster, but I was just like, yo, I gotta do this. I just like made it because of my music. Because if it's to do with my music, I just like won't stop for whatever it is. But like if it was just some normal shit and my friends were like, yo, you want to go skydiving? I'd be like, nah. But since I made it about music, like something about my drive for music just was like, yo, you got to do this. Like you have to do it. It's not gonna.
I got to tell you, I'm so happy for you that you come off as somebody that is living their dream right now and just having a great time doing it. I'm so happy for you. And I really hope that now knowing that you're in Pasadena, I hope that in the next 6 months or so, venues start opening, and maybe we'll see you at a hotel cafe, or maybe we'll see you, somewhere down in Hollywood where we can check you out doing your live performances. I'm looking forward to seeing that. All right.
Yeah,
as we begin to wind down the interview here, in the last decade, you've gone from playing piano in your family's living room to shooting music videos jumping out of an airplane.
How you know about all this?
We got to. You're Dolo tonight. We have to know this. Look, man, when you see how far your music has brought you already, what's next? Where do you go from here?
What's next? More music. Dropping an EP. Maybe another cookbook. And just, advancement and more albums, more EPs, maybe a little change up of style a little bit. Digging into the roots a little on the jazz and pop punk stuff, and rap. And I think more records, more wins, more fun, but most importantly, more fun. Like I said, yeah, I think that's what's in the future for me, is just because when I'm having fun and living like you said, like living my dream, like that's when the good stuff happens. So if I can continue to do that, more good stuff will happen. And just, in the future, I want to be involved in every capacity of the entertainment world possible. So if we're talking super long term, like put me in the movies, like something that'd be sick. So on and so forth. So I think the entertainment world has like all these different pieces, and you can really do whatever you want. So whenever I find something that interests me, then I'll probably just try and tie music into it and then be able to tackle it that way.
Well, he just released the music video for his single Higher. You can check him out. The single is on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, and YouTube. Dolo tonight. Thank you so much for giving us some of your time, brother.
Yes, dude.